everybody, welcome to this Thursday's Facebook Live. I hope you're all good. I am happy to be home, but a bit tired after last week's adventures in Orlando on stage. I did post a few times from there, and that was all very exciting, and there are amazing things coming up. Take a look back on the feed to see what I got up to live there. But I feel that we were focused on the spring-summer catalogue last week, which is launching on the 3rd of January, and it is amazing. But I am fully aware that we still have Christmas to come here, and it's cold, and it brought me back to reality, being back in the UK, that we still have Christmas, and you guys still need some ideas for making Christmas cards, and so do I actually. And I've got a very simple project for you today, but the recipients of these cards will not think that they are simple at all. They'll think that you slaved for hours and hours over them. So I'm going to use the Ready for Christmas stamp set. Now, I remember last year that when I got this stamp set because I fell in love with the little sausage dog, and that is my dream dog. And then I got a little bit overwhelmed by it because it's quite big. It has a lot of stamps in it. It's got 20 stamps. And I bought the coordinating die set. All these dies in there, stockings and trees and tables and different trees that you can make from all the different branches, and frames for the photos, and bows and baubles. And I was just a little bit overwhelmed by it. I didn't really know where to start. So actually one of my most popular pins on Pinterest is using this stamp set, and it's a really simple one. If you look me up on Pinterest and search the Ready for Christmas, it'll come up with a really simple project that I made using the music background stamp and the dies. So that focused quite a lot on the dies, but today's project is going to focus completely on the stamp sets, and I'm going to enlist the use of my Stamparatus, which is the stamp positioning tool, to show you how to use pretty much almost every stamp in this set the easy way. So you can batch make your Christmas cards. Sorry, my phone is making noise. I'm going to just switch that on to silent. I'll have to just turn it down here. Hopefully I don't switch the whole phone off. Okay. If it goes off again, I'm very sorry. So yes, I'm going to use the Stamparatus, which is our stamp positioning tool. And I'm using both plates. Let me just see if I'm properly on the camera for you guys to see. I'm using both plates. I've laid up all of the stamps that I want to use in my Christmas scene. I have my card. Did have my card. You all know that I lose my bits of card as soon as I sit down to do a live. I have a piece of Whisper White, which is 13.9 by 9.5 centimetres, and I've kind of made a little notch here. I've made the outline on the grid paper. Now I've had to cut a piece of grid paper to size, but the good news is you can buy special Stamparatus grid paper now, which is the correct size. You can also get additional plates, which are great for the kind of project I'm showing you today. And also launched this week is the Stamparatus case, which is absolutely gorgeous. That will fit in there, your Stamparatus, the plates it comes with, spare plates, the grid paper, anything you should possibly need for your Stamparatus will go in the case, and it looks very pretty too. So let's get on with today's project. I've already laid all of the stamps out. Now I did that in stages because where there's a little border around the stamps, it means that I couldn't get as close as I would want to with the stamps without layering them separately, because I needed to do this bit first, then I knew where the other bits would go, butting right up to it. But if I was to put them all on, they would overlap and they wouldn't sit on the plate properly. But hopefully that will make a bit more sense as I go through that. So I'm going to ink up with soft suede. I'm doing everything in one colour. So just imagine you've got all this all set up, and I'm just going to put my magnet there because my stamping's on the left to start with. You've got this all set up. You just take your Stamparatus to wherever you're crafting. You've got one ink pad and a whole pile of Whisper White cut to the correct size, and you can just sit and batch make your cards. So I'm just going to press that down. Just grab my bits that I've missed, which is the beauty of the Stamparatus. Okay, so I've got my staircase and my 3 pictures. Getting those decorations up, ready for Christmas. Okay, so now onto the next plate. I'm going to move my magnet a little bit because I'm going to be stamping on the right hand side now. Now I'm inking up the table. Bring that across. Now I don't know if the camera will pick that up. Don't worry about this. I will wipe that in a minute so I don't get it on me. This won't transfer to the paper. So where I've got that little line there, that's why if I'd have put this table on together with on the other plate with the staircase, it wouldn't have lined up. So that's why I had to do that first. So there's my table. And then the next thing I'm going to do is flip it over and ink up my doggy and Santa's cookies and note. So my doggy is going to be kind of sniffing at those cookies. Press down a bit more. There we go. So imagine that you want to make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, however many you've got on your list. Then put your next piece of Whisper White in those notches and it will come out exactly like this one did. Absolutely speedy. But I don't think we can leave it at this, can we? I think what we'll need to do is add a bit of colour. So I'm going to use our watercolour pencils. Let me take this out of the way. Don't ever close your Stamparatus with both plates, because it will break. It's not designed to close with both plates together. I'm just going to store my magnet back in there where it lives. We've got 2 magnets in there that I've just found. You only need one, that one. So, ignoring my usual little splodges there, I've got our watercolour pencils. So this is all really designed to pack up in one little place if you want to craft anywhere other than at home in your craft room. If you just take them on your lunch break, or you're going away for the weekend or something, and or you want to get together with friends and craft, you've got everything then all in one little case. You don't have to take many supplies, but you can get your Christmas cards done. Now this is regular Whisper White, so we don't want to add too much water. So the watercolour pencils can be used as regular pencils, but I'm going to just use the blender pen alongside it. If you wanted to stamp onto watercolour paper, obviously you could use watercolour technique, but I don't think it really needs it. So I'm just going to do quite a soft look on here, so I'm not actually going to do anything complicated. I'm literally scribbling, because remember, I've designed this for you to do them quickly. Of course you could elaborate on them as much as you wanted to. You can use the dies to add stockings and baubles and all sorts of bits and pieces. The capabilities are absolutely there in this stamp set, but you just might not want to do that. I made some quite complex ones last year with this stamp set, which literally just went to my parents and my in-laws, but obviously you can't do that for everybody. So I've just added the colour, and now I'm using the blender pen, so you can see the difference between that which I've just literally scribbled on and this which is being blended. It really doesn't have to be precise. If we go out the lines, it's not going to be the end of the world. It just gives you a nice washed look. So you can do a little bit on here to just take away that starkness. So I'm just using the edge of the pencil there to softly go over. I'm sure you all know how to colour. It's nice and therapeutic, isn't it? I'm taking a bit less time than I perhaps would, even though this is a quick and simple card, because obviously I'm conscious of time. You could do a pile of these in front of the TV. You can see I'm keeping the colour palette really simple, but I will bring in some other colours in a moment. I think we can keep the letter to Santa fairly neutral, but I'll just add a little bit of the grey. And obviously my doggy needs to be in the brown. His Christmas jumper needs to be a bit more snazzy, doesn't it? You can add more colour to that. Let's give him a red collar. And what should I do? Give him a green jumper. Ooh, sweater, if you're not in the UK. I think we can add a little bit of red to that. So he's looking smart. Grab my blender pen over that. Using my hand to clean the blender pen, which is a bit naughty, but just a little bit of a habit of mine. Okay. Let's add some brown to the picture frames. that through. If you if you purchase some of all the plates, then you can just load them up with other stamps that you know are positioned correctly. Just add those on as well. So let's make the snowflake blue. It's a very posh house, isn't it, with Christmas decoration, Christmas pictures up. And we need some red for the holly berries and some green for the leaves. And then our Christmas lights picture will be all of the colours, won't it? Red, thanks. Okay, so let's have a red plate as well. Little cheeks. Okay, simple as that. You could of course just add some green Costella. It's our glitter brush. Optional extra, but that doesn't take much effort. We'll just add a little bit of glisten to your project. So you can add rhinestones to that as well, anything else that you wanted. So just done a very rough job of the colouring. You can see how quickly and simply that comes together. Then I've got some real red and old olive are the colours of these particular red and green in the Stamping Up world. I will add just everything, I'll add it onto this video in the description above, so that you can see exactly what I've used, and just you can click on those and order them, or obviously ask me if you're not sure about the ordering process, or if you have any questions about anything, just ask. So I'm just going to use our liquid glue to attach that. Little squiggles. Attach that to my red, which I've cut at 10 by 14.4 in centimetres. And then the green is, let's see if I've got the other side of that. No, the other half. So from your A4 piece, if I sliced from the short side down at 10.5 centimetres, then you're left with a piece this size, and then score at 10.5, and that gives you your slightly different shape, which I rather like. Okay, and then just glue that on. And that's it. A very simple, easily replicated Christmas card that you can batch make. Add to it if you want. Keep it like that. Do less, whatever makes it easy for you. But I think your friends and family will be very impressed with that, and you're going to have a whole heap of fun making them. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you all again really soon. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.